Dizzy Gillespie's Con Alma is one of the most flexible tunes in the real book. I'm Ron Drotos from keyboardimprov.com, and welcome to my journey through the real book, number 68. And yes, it's Dizzy Gillespie's Con Alma. And this is a wonderful tune. It's not one of the more popular jam session tunes, partly because it's not easy. It goes through all these different keys. So you're not going to necessarily walk into a session with people you don't know and say, hey, let's play Con Alma, 1, 2. No, definitely either bring the music or arrange it with players in advance if you know who they're going to be, or rehearse it with people. But it's a wonderful tune. It's one of my favorites, and everybody plays it differently. It says Latin here. It's probably more in the Afro-Cuban realm, Dizzy Gillespie. And that's how he did it. He had this straight 8th note feel. It's in the intro, so. And it's wonderful, with his trumpet, that bent trumpet, playing these double-time bebop licks over it, and you could also play legato, and it's so beautiful. But everybody plays it differently. When Gillespie recorded it with Oscar Peterson as a duet, they played it out of tempo. And then they went into kind of a ballad and a swing feel. And other people played as swing. It also, in that sort of Latin Afro-Cuban thing, it's in 4/4, but it's almost like there's 2 quarter note triplets in each measure, sort of superimposed, this sort of 6 against 4 thing. So I kind of hear it, a lot of people sort of go into a little jazz waltz, implied. Not really a jazz waltz, but you could do it like that. It's so flexible, it's wonderful. The ending, this thing, I don't know anybody who plays it like that. If you know of a recording where they have the ending here, or is it interlude, please leave it in the comments so we can check it out. In Dizzy's original, he doesn't do it. You can what I tend to do is just sort of end by going to C7, flat 9, and then F minor with a major 7th, like they say. But I don't follow this exact thing. It's good though. It sounds very bebop, almost like a Night in Tunisia type solo break getting into it. So if you like it, by all means, play it. I just haven't really heard anybody do it. They must have gotten it from somewhere. The chords themselves kind of sound like church chords. Sort of a simple version of them, and he puts in the tritone substitution. So it has that sort of spiritual quality or a hymn-like kind of thing. I think that's why it works as a ballad so well. There's an interview with Branford Marsalis, Wynton's brother, the sax player, where he says that when he talked to Dizzy Gillespie, when Branford was younger, he would ask them how they learned how to play, what were their influences. And besides jazz, he said all those musicians from this generation, the beboppers, said church music and R&B, because those were what they heard the most of. R&B, early R&B, Louis Jordan, things like that, and also church music. So that's why it filters into this music. So it's sort of behind it. So this tune has the Latin rhythm. It could be swing. It could be a ballad. It could be out of tempo. It could be implied waltzes. And it goes through all these different keys. But at the same time, it's got this underpinning of these beautiful, almost classical chords. In a very different realm, Elton John did the same thing in the 70s, and he said that. He would write these basically church hymns. And then he would do. Right, so Dizzy Gillespie's doing a similar kind of thing here, whether he thought like that or not. It definitely is there. These are chords from spirituals. So I think I'm going to start out of tempo. I'm not going to play the intro at the beginning. I'm just going to start at letter A. I just love voicings like that. You know, F minor 6 with the major 7, and to play some clusters up here. Reminds me of what Gil Evans, the arranger who worked with Miles Davis so much, would do maybe with flutes or these very, you know, very high-pitched, mellow instruments up there. Very evocative sounds. So it's a great tune. Practice it slowly so you can weave your way in and out of these chords. It's possible, but it takes a little while to get used to it. It's a great tune. Spend some time with it. Thanks for being here. Let me know if you need help with your piano playing. I'm at keyboardimprov.com. And thanks for joining me, and I hope it's your journey through the real book too. See you next time with, let's see, George Shearing's Conception, which Bud Powell played a great recording of.